What's up and how are you doing today? If you missed yesterday's video, go check it out. This is a continuation of it. Essentially, this is going to be confirmed information from the last stream between Bikeman and Rocket. At one point in the last video, I talked about how the crafting system would have to be implemented to have improvised grenades, and Rocket actually confirmed this through a tweet today saying that the crafting system is now done and bug-free. But that's enough about yesterday's episode. Let's get on to today's information. First, we're going to talk about more specifics of the guns that are going to be put into the game. So essentially what he said is the weapons are going to be a more simple approach. All items and guns are being redone. And also a guy that previously worked on GTA is doing the sounds and the weapons. Some guns that he listed were bolt-action rifles, Rugers, Remington, and then he also said specifically, we are not aiming for realism, we're aiming for authenticity. Next on the list, they were talking about campsites. If you haven't played the DayZ mod, the campsites were basically not campsites. You could basically find a camping tent, put it down, and store items inside it, possibly hide a car in a tree and stuff like that. Hopefully they get a little bit more elaborate, but basically what he said is nothing is planned yet, being really brutal about two things. First is architecture. He wants to do it right, and quality over quantity. And then he also mentioned vehicles. They're going to be ripped out and completely redone. It probably will not be put into the alpha at first because he wants them to be right and make sure that they work. Next, he talks about the rarity of weapons and sniper rifles and things like that, in which he says, I am a total dick when it comes to video games. I like hard, complex, deep games. So yeah, they'll be rare. And then buildings are going to be completely redone, all the rooms searchable, and huge loot potentials. Along with that, he says that every weapon and item will have its own spawn ratio depending on rarity. This is basically extremely similar to the DayZ mod, where it would be like a 0.05 chance to find a ghillie suit in a residential little orange building, besides finding a Lee Enfield in a long barn, which is like 60% chance. Not that much of a big change here. And then the question of stamina comes into play. Games like the new zombie game, The Last of Us, and the other one on the Xbox, I'm not sure what the name is right now, but there is like stamina and stuff like that, and Dead Island also has a stamina. But people asked him, will they be implementing a stamina? I feel like stamina is more annoying than useful, but he says that no stamina system is going to be implemented, but short boost running. Basically what the DayZ mod is. If you're not thirsty, you'll be able to run longer and faster. And then he also discusses, can you shoot out of a car? He said, no, we're looking at removing the cars entirely at first and doing them from scratch. So no idea if that's going to be implemented. I feel as if that the cars should not be able to be shot out of, because I feel like that gives an unfair advantage. But also I do believe that there should be possibly a Humvee or trucks and stuff like that with 50 cals on the top of them, because that's actually really hard to shoot when you're like bumping up and down and driving really fast. So I don't think that's too overpowered. I just don't want some ghetto GTA shit to pull out and some guy just drives by you with a fucking Desert Eagle. And then a really big question was answered. Everybody that hosts a server basically was asking, will they be able to host their servers on day one? Will they be able to have some degree of customization? And Rocket says yes. Server hosting will be available on day one, and there will be some degree of customization. So not as much as normal. You probably won't be able to have it be private hives right away, or they might not even have a public hive anymore. He has not discussed this yet. That's all the information for today, guys. It was a little bit shorter than I expected because I got the information out quickly with as little as opinions as possible. Be sure to check out my last video, which is a 5-minute video on the information before this. All the information is approved and confirmed by Rocket in a Bikeman and Rocket stream. Remember to subscribe to get tomorrow's DayZ information video, and I have at least 5, 6, or 7 videos on my channel already about DayZ standalone information. If you are a big community supporter, go watch those videos and share it with friends. Hopefully you learned something today about your favorite game, and I'll see y'all later.